Good morning. It is the first day of week 3. Stayed last night at a campground called Price Creek. Nice little campground. Had everything kind of needed, or that I like, which was like a bear box and toilet. Simple things in life. So started the day with a very cold but long descent, maybe 15 kilometers. It was long. I was freezing my butt off coming down that thing. Hands were frozen. But then that road turned into a highway of cow crap. In Montana, there's the cattle have kind of the right to roam, and this section of national forest I'm going through is the highway goes right through it, and cows are allowed to roam on it apparently. And I have been dodging cow plops for the last, I don't know, 8 kilometers or so. I don't know what's ahead of me, but we'll see. Anyways, it's a cool morning, but to the south there is some blue sky poking through, so I'm hoping it's going to warm up a bit and I can take off some of these layers. The only time I'm looking forward to a hill is just so I can generate heat. Otherwise, I'd rather be riding downhill, of course. But going uphill helps generate heat, helps keep you warm. Anyways, that's it. I'm going to give you some video of the road ahead, and I'll touch base later.
If you know the Tour Divide, or if you're familiar with the Tour Divide, you're often met with highs and lows. And the day started off great. I had nice fresh legs. Downhill started low. It was cold. It was still felt good until I turned on a Medicine Lodge road, and then that became quite a grind. The gravel there is such a thing as slow gravel. It was like plowing through gravel instead of riding on top of it. Made for quite a long day on the saddle. It was also getting warm, and finding water was difficult. There was a lot of streams that had dried up, or the cows had trotted on them, and you certainly don't want to be drinking water out of that those stagnant little ponds. So it took a long time. I had to ration my water for quite a while until I found a stream with some fast moving water, and I surely, I used all 3 methods of filtering my water. I used my Sawyer squeeze, I used the betadine tablets, as well as the UV filter I took with me, because I wasn't going to take any chances with that water, knowing the cattle had been roaming freely on it. As the day grew on and it started to get towards dusk, I had decided that I really wanted a bed to sleep in. I didn't want to sleep on the side of the trail. So I started phoning Lima, different motels in Lima, but nobody would answer. It was after 7 o'clock. I get a voicemail saying, "Thanks for your call, leave a message, we'll call you back tomorrow." So I was getting a little concerned, and I kind of had resigned myself to the fact that I was going to be probably sleeping in a community center or behind the community center once I got to Lima. And I was on fumes at this point, running out of food again. It was a long day. It was a 170-kilometer day. And when I finally got onto the service road and I could see the tops of houses in Lima on the other side of the road, I was looking forward to getting there and see if I could find some food. First thing I saw was a motel and a vacancy sign. So I went in there, and I was able to grab one of the last rooms of the night and hold up there for the evening. And I was out of food, like I said, and so I went to the local convenience store, got some snacks. I got a frozen burrito from the woman that ran the motel, and had heated that up, and I'd eaten all my food. And I decided for some reason I decided to see, hey, where's Chris doing? How's he doing? His InReach had checked in like 10 minutes earlier on the service road I had just been on. So, here we are, riding our own separate rides, and he was only 10 minutes behind me at this point. So I ran out to the driveway, and he's standing at the end of the driveway looking at his phone, trying to find out the directions to the Airbnb that he had found for the night. So it was great reconnecting with Chris after such a long day, and thinking that we were going to be riding solo again, and then out of the blue he showed up. And then on the next day, we took a 0 day the next day, and it turned out that they were having a fundraiser at the local steakhouse called The Pete. So we went there, had a nice buffet, and reconnected with some of the other Tour Divide riders that had rolled into town that day. So it was a really great kind of end of the day and the 0 day to reconnect with people and really just enjoy the Tour Divide. And that's one of the highs of the Tour Divide. You know, you have that low where you're grinding it out, and then the next thing you know, you're reconnecting with people and enjoying yourself again and feeling good about things. So it's a classic Tour Divide.
Good morning. Might be a little windy out here. It's Sunday, June 30th. Had a little bit of an adventure already. Breakfast stop. And it's a point where the maps overlap. So map 2 finishes and map 3 is supposed to start. Well, I didn't realize that. So map 2 finished. It wanted to take me back to the start. So I went about a mile on my way until I realized that there was no bicycle tracks. Can't be possible. And I referenced a different map and saw that I was about a mile off course. So anyways, I'm quickly back on course now and rolling away. And yeah, that's how my Sunday started. So left Lima, or Lima, depending on how you want to pronounce it. After a nice breakfast with one of the northbound guys, Tristan, at a butte. And then jump out of Colorado Springs going to, he's going the same direction as us, but he started later than us, a couple days after, and he's now already passed us, and he's motoring on through. But it's good to catch up with people. Kind of leapfrog a number of people, see the same characters over and over again. It's fun, it's nice. Catch up, see how they were doing, find out where the good camp spots are, if there's food coming up, or if there's a merchant or a grocery store coming up, things like that. So anyways, all part of this adventure and really enjoying it. Good morning from Idaho. It's I think it's day 18 of the Tour Divide. Anyways, happy Canada Day. It's interesting being here celebrating Canada Day. You know, we didn't do much at home other than rest and have a barbecue or something like that. But it's kind of different being away from Canada celebrating Canada Day. So yeah, kind of a weird feeling. But I've been singing Stomp and Tom Connor's "It's Canada Day" to some of the guys I'm riding with, and they're getting a chuckle about how bad I sing. But anyways, it's been fun. And today, so we're in Idaho. Yesterday we crossed over into Idaho, crossed the Continental Divide. So now we're on the Atlantic side of the divide for a little while. We're going to try to hit a place called, I think it's called Island Springs, and get some breakfast there. And then try to get about 100 kilometers in today.
We are forecasted for thunderstorms, so that may get cut short depending on the conditions and what happens. So anyways, happy Canada Day. The famous rail trail where the tunnel has caved in on itself, so we have to ride around it. It's very kind of eerie looking at it, but cool all the same.
We were at mile 56 on the day. We think the campground that we're targeting is 58 to 60. So 2 to 4 miles more. What's going to be fun is just over that it starts going down, and this is slippery as anything, so I may be walking that too. Oi. Tour Divide, day 18, having fun.
Okay, I've heard about peanut butter mud. I am now experiencing it. If you look at this tire, it's been raining for about, I don't know, 20 minutes, and the road, this is what we're dealing with. Every 2 or 3 minutes I have to do this. You can't push the bike, it's too heavy to carry. It's nasty, nasty stuff. This is what they call peanut butter mud. I guess I signed up for this, but this sucks. Frankly, it sucks. No other way to put it. Look at this pile of goo on the ground just off that tire. Crazy. And my drivetrain. Oh, my new drivetrain. Oh well, that's what I signed up for.
The highs and lows of Tour Divide. So, peanut butter mud cleared up, but I got my drivetrain so stuck I couldn't ride for a while. Rob diligently poked a stick through each link in my chain, and we got the thing working again. We then had about the coldest 2 miles, and wind whipping across. It was ugly. Fortunately, we met a couple other riders who had been behind us and leapfrogged, and they pointed us to the Squirrel River Elk Ranch, I think it is, which is where we've just found ourselves. We got Dan cleaning off his bike. I'll do that in a minute. That little log cabin over there is where we'll be staying tonight. It's nice and warm. Inside the house, we have someone fixing us patty melts and buffalo wings. I've got an IPA going already. So we're in pretty good shape. We went from 15 minutes ago, been ready to turn into a popsicle, to now getting ready to enjoy a nice evening inside in a lounge with good food and some good people. So that's all for now.